Okay. So we are starting with a new chapter, that is list. We just completed our introduction based on that list. What is a list? Jewel, did you revise the portion, Jewel? Jewel? Okay, Pooja, what is a list? You are not audible, Pooja. Is it my problem? Repeat once again, Pooja. It's not clear. Okay, Jewel. Vinayak.
List is a sequence data type.
It's a sequence data type.
List is enclosed in square brackets separated with by commas.
That is, a list means it is a sequence of values or set of values that is separated using comma and it is enclosed within square bracket. Then how we can create one empty list, Tom? Tom?
Yes, ma'am.
How we can create one empty list?
Ma'am, by using the list command,
By using
the list function,
list function. Then one
and,
more.
and using the two brackets and not putting anything in between them.
That is, empty square bracket is also used for creating one empty list. Okay. So two methods are there for creating one empty list. First one, L1 is equal to, that is list name is equal to within square bracket, empty square bracket. Use one empty square bracket, then we can create one empty list. Second method, we can use built-in function list, that is small letter list, LIST list. Use one empty bracket. It is not square bracket, it is round bracket. Why it is round bracket? Naurin, when we are using list function, we are using round bracket. Why? In the case of list, it is based on square bracket. In the case of this list function, we are using round bracket. Why? Little more louder, Naurin. Okay. Anyone? Niranjan? Converting?
Other data type.
Converting other data type. My question is why we are using round bracket with that list. I want to create one empty list. Empty list means what? That is within square bracket, nothing is there. Okay, that is empty square bracket. For creating that empty list, we are using list function. Along with that list, I am using round bracket. Why? Very simple. Anyone? That sentence is also there. The answer is there. Anaga? Is it my problem? I can't hear. Anaga, once again, repeat. Yes. That round bracket is for function. Okay. List is a built-in function. Okay. List is a built-in function. So, when we are using that built-in function, we are using round bracket. When we use that round bracket, the answer is square bracket, because we are creating a list using the built-in function list. Along with function, we are using round bracket. Okay, is it clear? when we are using any function, either it is built-in function or it is, Niranjan, once again. Okay. So, when we are using round bracket, that is when we use any type of functions, that is either it is built-in function or it is user-defined function, the content is related with that function is used along with round bracket. Okay. We are creating a list, but for creating that list I am using a built-in function. So, we are using round bracket along with that list. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. Pranav, are you ready for the seminar, Pranav?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, after Pranav's seminar, we can continue the portion. Okay. So, next Monday onwards, we can start our seminar. Okay. So, next Monday, who all are taking the seminars? Okay, ready for the seminar. Okay. I'll check the names. Okay. Okay. Pranav, you can start.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes,
Am I
Pranav.
audible?
Yes, yes. Continue.
Good morning. Today I'm gonna take seminar on the topic jump statement. Jump statements. So we are skipping the introductions because Python it's a high-level programming language. It is high-level because we are using the simple words, simple syntax. So that's why it's called high-level programming language. And also it's very easy to learn. And it was developed by Guido van Rossum in 1991. This is the guy. He's now a bit old. Yeah. Main features of Python. I'm skipping, yes. Going straight towards the topic. So there are three types of control statements in Python. First one is decision making statements, which is the if and else. Then the iteration statements for looping. Then the jump statements, which is used to alter the flow of the loop. Now, the jump statements. So in jump statements, so in Python it is used to alter the flow of the loop. So if you want to skip a part of the loop, we can use continue, or if you want to break the loop or alter the flow, we can use break. For pass, if the program is incomplete, to avoid any errors while running it, we use the pass statement. This is the flow chart representing the break. So first we are entering the loop. First we are entering the loop through the black arrow. Then if the condition, if it is false, then the loop will exit. If it is true, then the loop will break. Then after that, if there is a block of statements, it will execute that. So that is the loop of the break statement. So example for variable in string, if val is equal to the letter I, then it will break. Then we have to print the variable, then print over. So for in the variable, so first it will be the s, the letter s. So the s, it will set the condition. So s, it is not equal to I, so it is false. So what will do? It will print, it will go out of this if loop, and then it prints the variable s. Then it again goes back to the for. Then it takes this letter t. Then t comes down to variable. Then this condition is false. Then it's again print. So like that, when it comes to I, the condition will be true. In that case, the loop will break, then it will print over. This is the output str over. Okay. Now this is the example 2. So after the break statement, the control goes to the next line pointing after the loop body. So here the initial value of I is given 0. So for I in range 10, so I in range 10, then I, so first it will be 0, so it will be 1. So if 1 is equal to 5, then it will, but it is not equal to, so 1 is not equal to 5, so it will go out of the loop. Then it will print the string I has value plus, here I am converting this variable, the integer value 1 to string type, so that's why I use this string function. So then it will be 1. Then after that, okay, then it goes again back and then checks the net, that the loop repeats on and on. So this is the output. First it will be 1 is equal to 5, then just if it is not true, then it will print I has value 1. So when the condition is true, it will print encountered break out of the loop. Now the continuous statement. So in the continuous statement, just a minute. The continuous statement is used to skip just a part of the loop which is mentioned. So when the condition becomes true, that part will be skipped. And the rest of it will be displayed in the output. So the syntax for that is just simple continue. Now there is a flow chart below it. So first the loop enters through the black arrow. Then if the condition is false, then it will exit out of the loop. So if it is true, then the continue will skip that part of the loop, and then will skip that part of the loop, and then will print the rest of the statement. So that is the continue. Then the example. So for I in string, for I in string, if for I in string, so this I. So first it will take this letter S. So S. First it will check the condition. So if it is false, then it will go. Then it will print I. Like this S. Then like that it goes and goes. Then when it comes to I, if the condition is true, then it will skip that part. Then it will skip that part, but it will skip that part. So the I will also, this letter I will not be printed. So we get strng. Then at last we print over. Now the pass statement. So in Python, the pass statement, it does nothing. So if the program is so suppose you are writing a lengthy program, and if you want to stop it at some point, which means if it is incomplete and you have to stop it, but when you have to run it, it should not show any error. For that we use pass. So here we have to print. I. So here we use pass, so the output is not displayed. Here the program is incomplete. So in order to finish the in order to avoid any errors, we mainly use the jump statement pass. So now I'm going to tell the difference between the pass and the continue statement. Pass statement, it does nothing. You can use pass statement when you create a method that you don't want to implement yet. So as I said before, it does nothing. It doesn't display any output. It just avoids the errors. If there is any error, it won't show the error. So that's why we use the pass statement. In the continue statement, it skips the particular statement and then it will print the rest of the statement. That's why the continue is used. It moves control back to the top of the loop. And the condition is true. Then, for example, the string s, the variable, the identifier s is equal to the string geeks. So this is the comment for the pass statement. Then for I in S. So if I is equal to k. So first, if it come if k if this g, then it will first it will be g, I is equal to g, then it will print I, then it goes and goes, and when it reaches k, it will print pass, and then it will again go back to the for loop, then again goes to the starting of the loop. Then again it will then after that it will also print k, and then so I'll show you. Here it is. So first it will print j e e, then pass executed, then k s. Here it does nothing. If we just use the print statement pass executed, it will just print. Doesn't make any changes. So pass, we use this is the main we use it for, it doesn't make any changes. Then the continue statement. The continue statement, except for that k, everything will be printed. Everything will be printed, so I use the print statement to indicate that the k is not printed. So this is how the continue statement is done. Thank you.
What is your question, Pranav?
No, ma'am, I'm not planning to ask any questions.
Why?
Okay, then okay, I'll ask.
Otherwise, they will sleep at the time of seminar. That's why. Okay.
John, what is pass statement?
It simply does nothing. It just moves on to the next statement.
Yes, correct. Lauren, what is break statement?
I didn't hear.
Can't hear you.
I did not hear this question.
Repeat the question, Pranav.
Oh, what is break statement?
Ma'am, I did not hear.
What?
What is break statement?
Which statement?
Break, break.
Break.
Where are you at the time of seminar?
Use to terminate a loop. Please terminate a loop.
Yes.
Okay. Pranav, take that first example, Pranav.
First example.
Yes, yes.
For the break statement, right?
Yes, yes. This one. Okay. Alan, identify the errors in this program if there is any error. Alan, all of you switch on the video. All of you switch on the video. Alan, am I audible, Alan? Okay. Identify the errors in the program. If there is any error, you just identify the error. Alan? Any error is there? Jewel?
No, ma'am.
No errors. Then Pranav, you identify. You can identify easily. What is the error?
I think I should leave the breaks, the syntax break. I think it should come directly under the val.
Yes, yes, yes. That is indentation error is there.
Indentation.
Indentation error. That is spacing problem. That is indentation error. No problem, Pranav. I just explained that indentation error. Okay. Indentation error means the spacing before this break statement and also before this if statement. Okay. So after this, you just take that. I think you just run this program in the interpreter, isn't it? That's
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Okay. This one is the correct alignment. Okay. This is the correct indentation. So after 4, if is written after some indentation, and after if also you want to write after some indentation. Okay. Is it clear, children? Okay. Alan, is it clear?
I mean, like val break should be under val.
Yes, that is
Directly.
when we are using if statement, the next statement is after some spacing. That spacing is known as indentation. Okay. So if that indentation is not correct, the error name it is indentation error. Okay. Okay. Okay, Pranav. Very good presentation. Nice. Keep it up. Okay, Pranav. Okay. So we can continue that list topic. So list means it is a all of you switch on the video, children. Pooja, Vinayak, Rahul, Alan, all of you switch on the video. Okay. So list means it's a collection of variables. It is separated using commas and using it is enclosed within square bracket. So for creating a list, we are using two methods. Either you can use square bracket, simple square bracket, that is L1 is equal to within square bracket, we can give some values and separated using commas. Otherwise, you can use, okay, Alan. Okay. So otherwise you can use list built-in function. So when we are using that list built-in function, there is no need of giving that square bracket. You just use list list within round bracket, give the value. So the output is in the form of list. So just take your interpreter. If it is possible, you just take the Python interpreter and create one list. Create one list using integer values. Using list function. Okay. Oh, first you start with a normal function method, that is using square bracket. Create one list using integer list using square bracket. Completed. Anaga completed? Okay. Tom completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then create one empty list using list function. Create one empty list using list function. And after that you want to share the screen. Vinayak completed. What Vinayak?
Completing to
Why? It is not possible? What about Rahul? Okay. Anaga, share your screen.
No.
What Anaga? Oh, you are not audible, Anaga. Okay, okay. Okay. Niranjan, what about your program? Is it completed? Tom?
1 second. My
Okay,
line is
okay.
missing.
No problem, no problem. So next period onwards, ready with, if it is possible, it is not compulsory, but we are when we are doing program along with this theory part, you will understand more about that program, and we can correct the errors also. Okay. So be ready with your interpreter. Okay. Completed, Anaga? If it is completed, just share the screen. Am I audible, children?
ma'am.
Yes, Vinayak. Okay, Pranav, your program is completed?
Yes.
Then you just share the screen, Pranav. I want to just show that difference. Okay. So here list 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, that is here. Okay. This one is that fourth line is the empty list creation. Okay. List 2 is the variable name. List 2 is equal to list empty bracket. Okay. List empty bracket, here we are using round bracket because list is a built-in function. But after executing this statement, I am just printing this list 2. What is the output here? Here the output, it is empty bracket, but it is in the form of square bracket. It is in the form of list. Is it clear? That is, here I am using built-in function list, along with that function I am using round bracket. Okay, but the output it is square bracket. Okay, because this list function is used for creating one empty list. That is, if I am using empty bracket, this is used for creating empty list. Okay, this one is the statement to create a list with some values, that is integer values. Okay, here one variable list 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3. 3 integer values are used here, and I want to create a list using this list 1. That is, list of list 1 means here also I am using round bracket because list is the built-in function. This is the function bracket, but after executing this statement it will print like a list. Within square bracket the content is 1, 2, 3. Okay, is it clear? When we are using this built-in function list, there is no need of giving that square bracket. You just use that round bracket. Round bracket is for mentioning that list is a built-in function. Is it clear? Is it clear, children? Okay. Okay, Pranav, thank you. Okay. How we can access nested list? So this is the nested list formation, that is L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. So this third element okay, the position value of 1 it is 0, position value of 2 it is 1, this third value position it is 2, but it is a list. If I want to access that first element from this list, the value it is 2, 0. 2, 0 is equal to 3, 2, 1 is equal to 4. Okay. So this is the nested list representation. All of you switch on the video, children. So this also we just discussed. That is the first method, creating a list from one existing list. It is an empty list created with list. List is the built-in function. For creating empty list, we are using list empty bracket. Okay, this is the variable name. Here you can give any name, but we can't use if my statement is list which is equal to list. We can't use this list because this list is a name of that built-in function. Okay, so use list 1, list 2 or something like that. Okay, or L1, L2. So this is the variable name. Here you can give any valid identifier name. Okay, all the rules related with identifier name is also applicable to this list 1, that is variable name. Okay, all of you switch on the video. All of you switch on the video. Do it fast, children. Joel John Joes. Okay. So next it is creating a list from string. How we can create a list using a string? That is, here also I am using list function. Along with that list function, I am using one string. What happened to Navaneet? Okay, so list within bracket I am using a string. So here I am creating a list from a string. So After executing the statement, that is list1 is equal to list of within round bracket I am using a string. Using this string I am creating a list. So the output is in the form of C O M P U T E R. Okay. So using this string I am creating one list. So after executing this statement, the output, that is after print list1, it will print like this. The output is, this is the output of that program. That is, this string is converted to a list. Here the input, it is a string, and this list function convert that string into a list. So the output is separate characters within square bracket, C comma O comma M, all the characters within square bracket. So first we create one empty list, second we create a list from string, and third one, it is creating a list through a list through user input using list function. What is user input? User input means using input value. That is, directly we are accessing some values from keyboard and convert that values into list. That is, creating a list through user input using list function. So here list1 is equal to, first we use that built-in function list, and after that I am using one input function. So when the interpreter execute this input function, we can input any value, either you can use integer value, or we can use float value, or we can use string value through keyboard, and that ended value is converted to list using this list function. Okay, creating a list through user input using list. That is, user input means we are using input function for inputting the values. So list1 is equal to, list is the built-in function, within round bracket use one input function. So here what is the type of data we entered here? Naurin, which type of data I am using here? Input enter values.
You can use any value for it.
Yes, it is string. Okay, that is, input function by default accept all the values in the form of string. So if I input some values here, after this statement execution, I just input 1, 2, 3. It is accepted here in the form of 1, 2, 3 double quotes or single quotes. Okay, because here it is input function. So this input function will accept all the values entered through keyboard in the form of string. So this is the string. I just press 1, 2, 3, but when we are using this input function, this 1, 2, 3 integer is converted to, or it is accepted in the form of string, and this string value is converted to list using list function. Then what is the output of this function, Pooja? You are not audible. Okay. Joel?
Open bracket, single quotes.
Which bracket?
Square bracket.
Okay. Square bracket.
Between quotes, 1, comma 2, comma 3.
Correct, Joel. Correct. Okay. So this is the output for this question. Okay. So first one, it is creating a list, creating empty list using list. Second one, it is creating a list from string. Then third one, it is creating a list through user input. User input means using input value. If you want to accept the values in the form of integer, how we can write the statement? All of you write the statement. I want to print one integer list using input function and list function. Write the statement. Rahul, read the statement, Rahul. You are not audible, Rahul. You are not audible. Now also. Tom?
List in brackets int input interval.
Read the complete statement, Tom.
List 1 is equal to list in brackets in brackets input in brackets enter values into quotes.
Okay, correct. List 1 is equal to list within round bracket int input, that is the entered string value. We want to convert that entered string value into integer, so int input enter values. Okay, so do this program in your interpreter and be ready with that program. Okay, 1 second.